Everybody, just a quick video because lots of people have asked me about the difference between meditation and mindfulness. So people have asked, okay, what is mindfulness? How do I actually do it? I've heard of it, but I don't really know how to do it. So that's why I'm doing this quick video. So meditation, I've also mentioned in the first video I posted, which is further down in my timeline, but meditation is where you generally focus on one thing. So you put all your attention on that and you set aside time out of your day to practice it. So quite often with meditation, the focus of your attention will be on your breath. So I'm just going to give you a little quick demo of how that would look. So for example, it will be when you're sitting down and you say, right, for the next X number of minutes, it could be 2 minutes, it could be 5 minutes, it could be 20 minutes. I'd recommend starting with maybe 5 minutes. And what you do is best to shut your eyes because then you don't have other distractions. And make sure you're somewhere quiet so that no one, and your phone's off so that people can't bother you. You don't get any interruptions because the whole idea is to try and retain the focus as much as you can on your breath. So what you'd do would be closing your eyes and you'd focus on the breath and feel yourself breathe. So you can actually just feel it. Feel your chest rising and falling. And then what's going to happen is you're going to be distracted with thinking. And just every time that happens, don't judge yourself. Just try and bring the attention back onto your breath again. And what some people do is actually they count the breaths. So that can make it easier when you're starting. So if you breathe in and out and then you count 1 in your head, breathe in and out again, count 2, in and out, count 3. And you just keep breathing like that and counting up to 10 and then all the way back to 1 again. But you're not going to be able to make that in one go because you're going to get distracted with your thinking. So what happens is with this counting the breath is that when you lose attention from your breathing and it's in the thoughts and you notice that, then you start back at 1 again. So you count back at 1. So that's the idea there, so that it makes you quite aware of, okay, I've got to 3, and then you're thinking about what you're going to have for dinner, or you're thinking about some other kind of problem that you have, or you're worrying about this or that, something that happened yesterday. Right, I've noticed, I'm not focusing my attention on my breathing anymore, so let's bring attention back to that. So then you just keep going like that. So that's meditation. And the reason to do meditation and mindfulness is what I've talked about in my previous videos and other posts. It really changes your whole life because what you're doing is you're stepping out of thought. And thought has been conditioned by all your experience. So it'd be the society around you, it'd be your family, it'd be your school and what you learnt there, your peers. And a lot of that thinking doesn't serve you at all. And actually it's nothing creative comes out of that. It's all just other people's thoughts that have been put on you that you're then spending all your time churning around in your head, and it's really unhelpful. So no creativity there. It's quite destructive because generally that kind of thought isn't positive, and it just gets really boring. The more you listen to your own thoughts, you realise the same old crap's going round and round. And it's actually really nice to step out there and actually experience life, enjoy the things that we actually have around us, like simple things, even in these times when we can't go out and do stuff. There's simple pleasures, which leads on to what I'm going to come to next, which is an example of mindfulness. So mindfulness is where you don't set time out of your day. You use your everyday activities in your life to just practice actually staying aware and focusing on it. So what I tell my clients is just usually pick one activity. So for example, it could be brushing your teeth, or it could be taking a shower. Just try and actually stay focused on what you're doing. So that's, it sounds easy, but it's not. So I'm going to give an example with water. So I've got my water bottle here, and hopefully everyone drinks some fluids every day. So if it's not water, coffee or tea, whatever you drink, just to give an example, because we do this a lot of times in the day, and it's a great way to get in some gaps of no thinking and actually experiencing life instead of boring thoughts every day. So how I do it every day is, for example, pick up my water bottle and use your sense perception. So we've got 5 senses. We can see, we can hear, we can smell, we can taste, and we can touch. So here I've got touch going on. I can feel the weight of this bottle. I can feel the surface of it. So I just notice that, observe it. Okay. And then with this is a flip top, so I flip it, and there's a little noise there. So that's where I use my auditory. I'm like, oh, okay, there's a noise. Just again, become aware of it. You don't talk to yourself about it. Just observe what's happening. And then when you have some, you taste it. So whatever it is, water doesn't have so much taste, but if it's coffee or tea, you still taste. Okay, how does that feel in my mouth? And if it's cold or hot, you just notice that. And swallowing, how does that feel? Okay. And then when you put this back down again, that made a little noise, so you just become aware of that. Feel the weight again and put it back on the table. So that might sound really easy to do, but most of us do everything unconsciously. So we just pick this up, means to an end, drink it, put it back down again. And doing everything as a means to an end. And people live their entire life like that, where you're just living as a means to an end. And that's not really a really enjoyable way to live, where everything you're trying to get to the next moment. So you're picking that up and drink it to have the water. And then you put that down and you have to get here. And people spend their entire life like that. Never actually present, really, just always looking for the next thing. So the idea of mindfulness is actually to bring your attention back to here and now. Like the only moment that we ever have is now. So why not experience it? Why not? The sense perception is really enjoyable when you actually use them. So the taste, if you eat a meal, like, compared to how I was before, eating my meal before mindfulness, don't even really taste it at all. So you can have something really nice, well cooked, or some dessert or something that you don't normally have, and you don't even taste it. Most people just eat it, or even from the TV, don't even taste it. So this is all about actually experiencing life. So as I said, it's quite simple to do. It's called being aware rather than being trapped up here in our thinking. But actually it's not that easy to do. And so what I did for kind of years really was dabbled a little bit in it. I knew there was something there. I knew it would have all these huge benefits because I could kind of sense that. But I didn't really get any of them for a while. So what I did was read some books. I played around with a couple of apps. I watched some videos. But it wasn't really until I got a coach to kind of help me with this that it really accelerated things, because what that does is all these other things are quite generic, so they're not focused on you and your experiences. But with a coach, like one-on-one coach, what happens is they talk to you about specific issues you're having. So when I was working with her, I had a lot of thoughts around my work and how I wasn't really happy with it. And she would say, and I'd have a lot of kind of assumptions about, I need to be in this type of job, for example, like it was finance. And I was like, I need to do this because I need to earn this much money and I need security. And I had all these kind of thoughts about that, which, okay, some things might be kind of true, but a lot of them actually are questionable. And that's what she did with me. She said, well, just because you're thinking these certain thoughts does not mean it's fact. And she helped me kind of question that. And every time these thoughts would occur, she kind of helped me look into, well, is that actually true? Or is that just some kind of opinion you have about something? And then that kind of happened with loads of areas of my life. And then from there now, I've completely changed everything. My career, where I was like miserable, really. Well, just not enjoying it for quite a long time in finance. And now what I do with coaching, I love it. Like, it's so fulfilling, like helping people to do stuff that really changes their lives, like completely, like in every area. So it's hugely valuable, mindfulness, and having a coach really does help accelerate things and like make it personal to you, which is great. So on that note, if you have any comments or questions for me, send me a private message, or please comment below, or like, or share this for anyone that you think might find it beneficial. Or maybe if you want to know more about kind of just the examples I gave, there's far more in-depth things, and there's loads of kind of techniques and things that can help you. So I'll be happy to share those. I think that's all for now. I'm going to be doing posts every day, not necessarily video, but some kind of post every day. So look out for them and follow me, and I'm really happy to be of help to anyone, particularly during this time. This is like a perfect time where people need to go inwards because they can't go outside and do their normal things. It's perfect time to start practicing mindfulness meditation, because it will fulfill you, it will change your life, it will just make everything so different to how you kind of saw things before. It's quite miraculous, really. So please, yeah, get in touch and leave any comments below or message me, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good evening.